Hello, welcome back to Kingdom Creator Connected Collective, and I'm gonna say it. Our $3,000 and $5,000 websites dead. With the interactivity of AI in today's society, do you think a person is going to pay a developer $3,000 to $5,000 to develop a website for them, when they could take that amount of money and pay for a co-pilot or pay for a full AI suite under something else that will do all of that and more instead of just paying a developer $3,000? This actually, to me, seems like it's going to make developers obsolete, because one of two things is going to happen. Either the developer is going to have to raise their prices because they're not making the inventory that they were making before, or they're going to have to cut their prices and then add the AI tools in what it is that they're developing. But because of the fact that they're not doing the work no more, but they're having the AI tool do the work for them, everybody's like, oh, this cuts workflow. Oh, this works better. And now with certain integrations, I was looking at a video the other day by one of the YouTubers, and they were talking about the fact that now ChatGPT integrates with every other system that you would use, whether it's video footage, this footage, that thing, your top rated ones. And you can do them all in ChatGPT in one location on the higher end paid part of ChatGPT. So it's that element of, if they're gonna think and do all this except build a daggone thing for you, who's gonna pay a website developer to develop it if all they have to do is go to one of these sites, Wix, Weebly, WordPress, all of this, that's like a very low cost entry, $29.99 a month, $100 in this for a whole year, $300 at the most for a premium high pro account, and then all that stuff is integrated in already. I even noticed on Wix that I already seeing AI integration for every part of what it is that I develop when I'm doing my website development for myself. So who's paying $3,000 and $5,000 for a website today? Because $3,000 and $5,000 was for a person's workflow. Think about it like this. You're talking to a person that went to college for fashion design. So we learn the ins and outs of business in relation to batching, bulking, the way that the costs were divided over a product that takes care of overhead, that takes care of sales, promotions, this, that, and the other. That's what that $3,000 and $5,000 used to be for. But nowadays, you don't even have to do all of that. People are trying to cut costs. Have we not seen the level of inflation going on outside in our world today? So everybody's looking for the shorter, quicker, especially the new people that are coming in a startup position. How you doing that? Think about it. Think about doing it yourself. With all of the do-it-yourself website makers and everything that you're doing to that capacity, why are you going to spend $5,000 on a website? I remember back when you used to do coding. Anybody remember MySpace, when you had to code all of the segments in MySpace? Or maybe that was just me. I liked to code back then. I don't like to code no more. As soon as I found Wix, I was over it. I was like, hold up, I can just drag and drop, no coding? And the other day, I saw in a commercial they was talking about there's a new AI development software specifically that will create your codes for you. Who the heck out here is gonna pay $3,000 to $5,000? That was what people were paying for. I'm really concerned for these folks out here that have gone out for coding degrees, because now they got to compete with a computer that can create the code in 10 seconds that they would have to sit and try to figure out to develop a new code stream for. That computer could figure it out faster than they could. Which is that going to make these jobs obsolete or make the position of being a coder obsolete because the computer is beating them out? Or if the person does go into coding, are they going to have to take a lesser pay because of the fact that this computer has beat it out? What are we doing? How is this thing going to be able to be sales, manage, cash applications, carts, invoices, automated sales? All of these things can be integrated on a low-cost site. I've seen from the highest that you pay is about $300 and some odd dollars per month. Actually, that wasn't even per month. That's per year. Then I'm looking at these things like Groove Funnels and Groove CRM, and they got 17 parts. But I remember going to a seminar, a web seminar on Groove CRM, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, who the heck is paying $22,000 to have a website continually maintained now that we got AI? Who out here doing that? The only place that I think that anybody would ever do that is if you're running like a major weighted company. I'm talking a Fortune 500 company that you got a building, a brand, a major system that you trying to pull in millions of dollars per year. Not 1 million, 10 million, 20 million, 30 million, 100 million. Then you're going to pay $22,000 to cover your website development costs. But at the same time, even those companies are trying to cut back. So I guarantee you they're going to use these AI systems. And let me tell you, a lot of these systems are going to be integrated into a lot of those websites. So the cost is going to have to be cut back because everybody know. You think people are going to be paying that same amount of money, and it's at least we could get it because your overhead was you had to pay all of these employees, but now there ain't no employees that are going to be doing that. That's the computer. We ain't paying the computer. What are people out here doing? What are people out here doing? So web services and communities and all of this, integrating it. And there was a software I saw the other day called Centra AI something. I forget what the last word was. And that integrates your Facebook, your Instagram, your ChatGPT, and all of this together. So you don't even have to post anymore. You can have ChatGPT create your AI and do all of this. Who paying that no more? They'll pay for the system before they will pay for the website for $3,000 because they're not paying that stuff no more. People out here trying to cut costs so they can use that money in other places to better their products, to better the. It's about what's most important. Is your company fully developed online, or is it more important for you to think about material sourcing for the actual product? Is it more important for you to do what's the thing? If you have actual products, body butters, hair products, it's more important for you to get the material for that and get your bulk costs for that than it would be for you to sit there and worry about your website. Anybody doing that no more? They'll go get ChatGPT for that. For that, they'll do that. I guarantee it. They are not going to sit here and spend all this money on hiring employees, especially if you can't cover the overhead costs to pay those employees, pay those developers to continue to maintain it. When they calculate the deduction of having to pay all of these people, they'll go AI in a hot button minute. I'm telling you this. So I need you to think about these things. But these are just some things that crossed my mind when you're thinking about payments, payment servers, so on and so forth. All of that stuff can be integrated. This specifically is something I would take AI up on any day because it's your assistant. Now, what you want to do, you may not want to have a team. You may want to have somebody that manages that phase, meaning this person is covering your AI integration. But past that point, nah. And you ain't gonna pay that person $3,000 per website. Not no more. Not no more. Mm-mm. And I'll end it up off with this. There's people that I know that can create websites. These people ask them for $1,500. They asked them for $2,500 to make a website. And the templates and all the stuff that they were using, it was like, hold up, wait a minute. It's the same template, and then on top of it, the website wasn't good. In comparison to what the AI is creating and how quick it's creating it and customized it's creating it, and especially if you're dealing with a person that knows how to create websites integrated, it's like, no, I'm not paying this amount of money for this. So you have to get into understanding of where you are, what cost level you're in, and a lot of people are going to cut that corner for the AI if it's going to cut them cost and they can get a better product because the human being is not doing the work properly or to what they envision. They can train the AI to figure it out, but the person is not going to be able to see what they see in their mind of what they envision. So they can literally type a prompt to tell the system how to create what it is that they're envisioning. They'll get way closer than trying to figure out how to get it with a developer. Now, there have been mistakes. There are certain things. There's the catch-22 with AI is you try to do it too polished. And there are little mistakes that you have to pay attention to. But it's some catches to that. So determine where you want to cut the cost. But I think these $3,000 to $5,000 websites are dead. And that's my spiel for today. Bye-bye.